Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Courtney and today I am doing my October wrap-up. This is going to be a fairly quick video because I really didn't read that much in October. I had a lot going on, I had a lot of plans. A lot of those plans fell through as they usually do in October because October is usually very busy for me. So when I make plans, they end up not really going as planned and I end up just having so much on my plate that all the things that I wanted to do end up not happening. And that's exactly what happened this October. So this video is going to be about the books that I did read, and it's all written on a piece of cardboard because I lost my notepad where I put all my notes. And I'm also going to be updating you guys on a few things. But first, before we get into it, I just got some book mail. At the time that I am doing this video, it is actually the day after N7 day. So for all of the other alien romance readers out there, happy N7 day, happy late N7 day. I am wearing my N7 hat for the occasion because I am a huge Mass Effect fan. And without Mass Effect, I probably wouldn't have gotten through some of the depressing times in my life that I have been through. I probably would not have been as big a gamer as I am today, and I would not have gotten these tattoos. So, and I wouldn't have been writing alien romance. So thank you so much, Mass Effect and BioWare, for existing. I am very tempted to replay all the games now that I've been seeing all this Mass Effect stuff and the Mass Effect teaser for Mass Effect 5 that just dropped. 6 seconds of sweet torture, seeing a character that nobody knows who they are, but they have an N7 badge.
Oh my god!
Anyways, this is different book mail than a lot of like booktubers and stuff because this is not, you know, a promo box or anything from an author, which I've only gotten a couple of those and they're really exciting and I kind of want to get more, so they also are doing that, especially for indie authors because I'm a huge supporter of indie authors, being an indie author myself. So I like to try and help promote other indie authors. I actually have a show coming up this December called A Christmas to Dismember. It is a horror convention here in Arizona and I am going to be there promoting my artwork and my books. These are the prints or the physical copies of Hollow Beasts, which is my horror romance book. So I will have these at A Christmas to Dismember next month, or actually in a few weeks, as well as my vampire romance books. So if you just happen to be local to Arizona, maybe come find me. Moving on, like I said, I did not finish a whole lot of books in October. I was very busy. And the 2 months before October, August and September, I read upwards like about 10 books each month. So when I only finished 2 books this month, it was sad. But I was very busy and I'm not going to put a lot of pressure on myself because I do have a lot of projects going on. So I am first going to tell you what books those were. The books that I did read are, the first one was The Sacrifice and the Spare, which is Bound by Blood #1 by Elle Backenstow. I did mention this in my vampire romance video. If you haven't seen that, you should totally check it out because I have what I think are some really good books in there that I recommend you read. Sacrifice and the Spare was a novella. It was a vampire romance. I'm not going to go super into it because I already did that in my vampire romance video, but the reason I really liked this is, for one, it was a short, quick read that was very well thought out, I thought, because like a lot of times a novella can be a little bit difficult to follow if you're trying to cram a lot of story in there. This one I thought was really good. It got straight to the point. It's about a marriage of convenience between a human man and a vampire woman. There's obviously tension between vampires and humans. When they get married, I think it's really interesting because they kind of had to battle some societal expectations and prejudices, especially towards the vampires. And I just thought their relationship was really cute. There was a little bit of a murder mystery kind of in there that strengthened their story, and for a small novella, I thought it was really well done and super sexy, and if you want a quick vampire read, I would absolutely recommend it. The next one that I read was also a pretty quick read, and it is The Never King, which is the first in the Vicious Lost Boys series by Nikki St. Crow. I don't know why I was avoiding this book. I think I got it mixed up with another book that I was avoiding, and so I just never read this one. But I actually really enjoyed this, and I thought it was going to be a really long book. So again, I think I was just getting it mixed up with a different book. I have no idea what book that is, but something was blocking me from reading this book, even though it was recommended to me so many times on Kindle. But this is a retelling of Peter Pan. So The Never King is kind of a reverse harem story, which I'm not usually into, but this one was kind of exciting and interesting. So the descendant of Wendy Darling is the only one that can help Peter find his shadow, and that is the entire reason why his island, or Neverland, is kind of sinking in darkness because he's losing his powers. And without getting super into the story, he needs to dig into her mind to find out where his shadow is. And unfortunately for her mother and her grandmother, they were both driven to insanity because of the process needed to dig around in their minds to find out where his shadow is. And Peter Pan kind of is seen as the villain in this situation because he's driven all these like darlings crazy. She was warned by her mother, who's already driven crazy. She was always preaching that Peter Pan was going to come and get her one day, and when he finally did, it was very interesting because she starts to talk to all the Lost Boys, she starts to talk to Peter Pan, and they build up this really interesting relationship, and because of that, they start to uncover some little mysteries and secrets that none of the other darlings were able to uncover, and it was really interesting. It was very sexy. It was, again, it's a reverse harem, so there's no exclusivity when it comes to relationships in this book, but I actually enjoyed it, and I am going to be reading the next one. Anyways, those were all the books that I read in October, and that is the news for the upcoming events and things that I'll be doing in November, December. I hope you guys are all having a really good year at this point. It is coming up on the end of 2023, which is crazy to me, but here we are. It really helps me out as a very small YouTube channel if you guys would leave a like and leave a comment and do all that. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. That also obviously really helps. I appreciate all of you, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!